This is a true story. It is not the kind of love story they make movies about. It is better and sadder and far more true. Last month, an old man named Elias died alone in a small studio apartment in Portland, Oregon. He was 65 years old. He had no close friends, no living family, nobody had visited him in the last year of his life. The lawyer going through his things found a thick sealed envelope marked, Clara. Open first. No one else. He called the phone number written inside. Clara was 65 too. She lived 12 minutes drive away. They had not spoken to each other. Not even one single word. In 46 years. When they were 19, they fell in love. They lived in a tiny basement apartment that smelled like laundry soap and rain. They ate spaghetti for dinner almost every night. They saved up $120 for rings and set a date to go get a marriage license. 3 days before that date, Elias got the results of a genetic test back. He had inherited Huntington's disease, the same disease that had turned his mother into a stranger and killed her slowly over 18 terrible years. That night he sat on the edge of the bed watching Clara sleep for 4 hours. Then he packed his bag, left a note on the pillow that said, "Only I can't be the thing that breaks you," and walked out. He never came back. Clara looked for him for 7 years. Everyone told her he was a coward, that he never really loved her, that she should forget him and move on. She never married. No one knew. All those 46 years, he never moved away from the city. Every 90 days, he snuck into her attic and changed her air filter. The night the great storm blew shingles off her roof, he fixed it before dawn, before she even woke up and knew it was leaking. When her hot water heater broke, he replaced it while she was at the grocery store. When she had breast cancer at 51, he sat in the hospital parking lot every single day of her chemotherapy. For 11 weeks. He never once came inside. Every 3 months he went to the same hardware store and bought the same obsolete 70-watt incandescent light bulbs, the kind nobody manufactures anymore. He would go replace the ones that had burned out in her house while she was out walking her dog. For 4 decades, Clara complained to her friends that she had the luckiest house in the world. Nothing ever broke. Things always fixed themselves. She had no idea. The envelope he left her had the whole stack. Receipts. Quiet little journal entries. And one letter he wrote the week after he left her. "Everyone will tell you I did a terrible thing. And maybe they are right. If I had stayed, you would have spent the last 20 years of your life feeding me, bathing me, watching me forget your name, watching me turn into someone you didn't recognize. I could not make you live that life. I could not ask that of the person I loved most in the world. I would have given anything to grow old with you. But since I couldn't, I did the next best thing. I took care of you anyway." The very last line was scrawled 2 days before he died, when the disease had already destroyed most of his coordination, and he could barely hold a pen. "I still remembered you like the 70-watt ones best." After she read the letter, everyone around her took sides. Some people screamed that he was a monster, that he stole her life, that he had no right to make that choice for her. Some people called him the most loving man who ever lived. A reporter asked her later who was right. She said, "Most people go their whole lives, and nobody ever loves them that much. Not even for one day. I had it for 46 years. Last week she went back to the hardware store. The clerk behind the counter said, 'Oh, Mrs. Henderson, I'm so sorry, I just heard. I guess you won't need me to special order those bulbs anymore, huh?' She thought for a second. 'No,' she said. 'Order me 2 cases. I still like 70-watt best.' This is the secret about great love that almost no one ever tells you. It does not always end with a kiss. It does not always end with a wedding. Sometimes it doesn't even end with hello. Sometimes love is just an old man, shaking too bad to hold a screwdriver properly, hiding in your attic in the dark, because it was the only way he knew how to keep his promise. They never spoke again. They never touched again. But there was never a single day in 46 years that either one of them was ever alone.